Alrighty, welcome back to the live stream. If for those of you who missed the last stream, we did a Minecraft series with Jad that'll be continued. I'll be posting that on YouTube going forward. I think a few of them will already be uploaded by the time this is posted. For some reason, my Twitch says that I'm doing Minecraft. Okay, there we go, I fixed it. So I'm going to do some roster editing backed by popular demand during my lunch break at work. I'm working from home today, so I'm able to stream during my lunch break. I'm given an hour to do whatever I want, so while eating, I'll be doing a live stream. Yeah, so we're going to do some roster updates, and I do want to get a quick episode of the Columbus Blue Jackets series in there as well. So let's look at the active rosters. I'm only going to go over the playoff teams from this year because I think they're the ones who deserve another look, another glance. Now, there are some things that have to take into consideration. You know, certain teams did better than others. Oh, whoops, I'm going by team here. I need to fix that. Let's go by skaters. Certain teams did better than others, but obviously like Nikita Kucherov, Brayden Point, Steven Stamkos, so those guys have been unreal. Literally the top 5 in scoring in the NHL in the playoffs are all Tampa Bay Lightning players. Then it's Nick Suzuki, and then William Karlsson. So it's and Nathan MacKinnon's still there, even though he only played 2 rounds. So we have some edits to make. Obviously, all NHL. Like Nick Suzuki might get a slight upgrade. Like I don't know how I'm gonna look at this. So let's start with each playoff team. So looking at Boston, let's look at all their players from Boston this year and see how they did. Now Boston was a good team, yes. They made it to the second round, yes, but they lost. So that is objective, and that's something I have to take into consideration. So they were a good team, though, so I will be upgrading some players, i.e. David Pastrnak. I think he's earned himself a nice upgrade here. I think he's high elite. I think if I upgrade his puck control and his passing and his shot, he's got a great shot. I think that's pretty fair. Maybe he doesn't have the best shot in the league, but he's got a really good one, so... there you go, 93 overall. I think is a fair upgrade. It's something crazy. It's just a slight upgrade to make him good. He had 15 points in 11 games in the playoffs. It's nothing. That's nothing to snark at. And he's a 1 or 2-time Cup champion. I'm not sure if he was on the first team. I can't remember. Being 100% honest, I can't remember. I could tell you. I'll upgrade his poise as well while I'm here. Poise. Oh, 95. Never mind. That's really good. Brad Marchand. 12 points in 11 games. He's a 92 overall. I think that's quite fair. Patrice Bergeron had 9 points in 11 games. He's listed as medium franchise, 90 overall. What I will do, I'll leave him at a 90 because I think he's good at a 90. Maybe I'll upgrade him slightly in like body checking, passing. And then what I wanted to upgrade was, okay, that's fine, but his defensive awareness, like a 97, stick checking, and shot blocking. Just kind of upgrade that a little bit, give him a bit better offensive awareness. I think 91 overall is perfectly fair. I think they're one of the best lines in hockey, and I want that to reflect that in the game too. So Charlie McAvoy next up. He was over a point per game with 11 assists per game. No, wait, no, hold up. 11 assists in 11 games. An assist per game with 1 goal. It makes 12 points in 11 games. 11 assists per game would be absolutely unreal. But no, he had a good playoff. I'm gonna upgrade him a little bit. Upgrade his passing and his puck control. I'm gonna make his shot a bit better as well. I'm not gonna make an offensive defenseman because I think he's good on both ends of the ice. But I'm just upgrading some of his stats there to an 89. Hey, cool boy, how's it going, man? By popular request, I'm doing a NHL roster fixing video. So I know you're more into Minecraft. We did a Minecraft stream yesterday though, if you want to check that out on the Twitch channel. All right, so Taylor Hall. Oof. I'm going to leave him as is. Maybe even downgrade him a little bit. I'll leave him as is. David KREJCI, 9 points in 11 games. That's pretty impressive. Supposedly he's going to go back to the Czech. Like he's going to go back to the KHL or back to Czech to finish off his career. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what I heard. Like this might be his last year. But 88 overall I think is quite fair for him. I don't want to make them too broken. Obviously, they didn't win the cup, so I think that's pretty good. I like those upgrades. I like that I downgraded Jake DeBrusk, so I could not make it. Don't worry about it, cool boy. It happens. Don't even worry about it, man. It happens. Can't make it every live stream. It's one of those things. I completely understand. All right, don't even worry about it. This is good by me. I like the changes I made. Look at the goalie situation. So Tuukka Rask's at an 88. Let's see how he did for Boston in the playoffs. Tuukka Rask at a 919, so that's pretty good. I think his overall reflects that. Jeremy Swayman at an 80 is fine. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. All right, well, Boston's done. Boston's done. We're gonna move on to the Carolina Hurricanes. See what we need to change there to make them a bit better. So obviously, Svechnikov already got his upgrade. He's an MVP. Like, he's not changing. I'm not going to change him. So looking at the Carolina Hurricanes, Sebastian Aho was a point per game. 90 overall, I think, is quite fair for him. I think 90 overall is quite fair for him. Jordan Staal had 8 points in 11 games, so Jordan Staal is probably going to be upgraded a little bit. He's a playoff warrior, that guy, man. He's a veteran. He knows what needs to be done in the playoffs to get the win, right? So I'm not going to make him too strong. I'm just going to boost him a little bit in terms of his shot. Acceleration, his balance, his face-offs. He's a good player. Aggressiveness, I'm definitely going to upgrade that. And his poise. So I think that's pretty fair. 87 might even be a little high, but I want to boost him a little bit. He had a really good playoff. Andrei Svechnikov, Toivo Teravainen. I think everyone else is pretty good. Jacob Slavin, I already upgraded a little bit. 86 overall. No, they've got a pretty good defense. I'll upgrade Jacob Slavin. He had eight games, 6 points. That's pretty good. I think he got injured, so you can't really blame a player for injury. It just happens sometimes. There you go. 87 overall is perfect. I think that's a really good overall for Jacob Slavin. They have Dougie Hamilton still. He was good. He was a +7, but not as many points as I thought he'd have. Marty Necas. Marty Necas is a good player, but not enough points to justify an upgrade. I think that's pretty good for Carolina. Looking at their goalies now. So we have Peter MRAZEK, NEDELJKOVIC, and James Reimer. I don't think James Reimer saw a game in the playoffs. NEDELJKOVIC did his best. MRAZEK's going to get a downgrade. He had an 873 in the playoffs. 873, my God, that's awful. There you go, 82 overall, Peter MRAZEK. Then I'm going to upgrade Alex NEDELJKOVIC because he had a 920 in the playoffs despite having a losing record. That's pretty impressive. I'm not going to make him too broken, obviously, but I think an 84 is quite fair. It's quite fair. It's a small sample size, so I'm not going to make it like a 90, but I think it's quite fair. Geez, sorry, I was eating a cucumber, and it took way too long to chew. I didn't want you guys to hear me chewing. I think Colorado's quite fair there. Gabriel Landeskog's probably going to be upgraded slight. I think that's pretty fair. I like their overalls, honestly. I like where everyone's at. Devon Taves, 85. This is pretty good. Brendan Saad, 7 goals in the playoffs. I mean, I like where he's at, though. Like, I'll upgrade some of these stats a little bit. I think 85 is about as high as I want to go. Because he didn't have the greatest regular season. He just had a really good playoff, so I'll give him really good poise. But, there you go. I'll give him that. 86. Maybe a bit overrated, but you know what? I wanted to reflect the teams that made it this far, and I think that's pretty fair for him. But other than that, I'm not going to change anything on Colorado. I think they played well, but Graves actually gets an upgrade too. 6 points in 10 games. That's pretty impressive. He had a pretty rough series against Vegas at the end there, but he's pretty slow, so I'll give him 85. Puck control and passing is not bad. Accuracy, like he's better than that at least. Deking, I'll give him like an 80. Poise like an 84. Hand-eye like an 82. Shot blocking, I'll upgrade that. Defensive awareness, I'll upgrade that. There you go. Ryan Graves gets a nice little upgrade too. He had a really good playoff run, so there you go. Colorado's going to be really good in this game, and that makes sense. They won the President's Trophy. They would have gone even further in the playoffs had they not run into a good team in Vegas. So all these teams missed the playoffs. So Edmonton, oh god, I'm not going to change anything in Edmonton based off their playoff run because, man, that got cut short so quickly. The only thing I want to check is Mike Smith's stats. But even then, like, I don't feel like Mike Smith played that bad. 9-12, like, yeah, it doesn't warrant a downgrade, doesn't warrant an upgrade, but it's not even that bad. All right, Florida. Man, Spencer Knight's looking really not whoa. That's sus. He's looking very good. All right, let's I don't think I can say that actually on Twitch. So I apologize. I don't think I'm allowed to say that on Twitch. Downgraded Sergei Bobrovsky down to 82. I think that's even being generous. It's Chris DRIEDGER, I'm going to downgrade as well. He had an 871 in his 3 games. Sergei Bobrovsky an 841. So both these guys are getting a downgrade for sure. Down to an 83 I think is quite fair. And then Spencer Knight, 933 in his 2 games against Tampa. I'm going to upgrade him to an 85. I'm going to make him a medium elite instead of a high starter because I've had Spencer Knight in a series already in this game. And let's just say it didn't work out. He didn't grow the way I hoped he would. He basically stayed in 85 the whole time. Spoiler alert, I guess. Minnesota, Cam Talbot. Wait, what am I saying? I need to look at the skaters in Florida. What am I doing? Alright, Florida. Jonathan Huberdeau had 10 points in 6 games. That's pretty impressive. Although him at a 91 is quite fair. Barkov, 7 points in 6 games. He's good at his overall. Patty Hornqvist had a point per game. But I think honestly the Florida overalls are quite fair, and I think you'll see that in their simulation. They're going to do really well. So let's leave them. Minnesota. Like I said, this is going to be a bit of a quick one because I think the overalls I picked for a lot of these teams are quite fair. Yeah. Zach Parise had 3 points in 4 games, yet they're like, we don't need Parise. Let's scratch him. Alright, so Kirill Kaprizov was just a ghost. I don't even know. I can't really change the overalls based off the series. The only guy I can look at is Cam Talbot. Really, because no one's stats looks good in Minnesota after that series, and I didn't watch enough of the games to know fully who gets what. So Cam Talbot in 85, he had a 923 in 7 games in the playoffs. I think an 85 is quite fair. I'm making him a medium elite, that way he doesn't drop off as quickly. Gave him a 1 overall upgrade in his stat for some reason. Alright, Montreal. Okay, so Carey Price is a 922, and if you ignore the series against Tampa so far, in which they've only won 1 game, he's looked very, very, very good. The red pads are no longer a thing, EA. But yeah, I don't think his 5-hole is the best, but his glove high is one of the best, honestly. And his stick high is pretty solid too, so I'm going to upgrade those 2. I think he's really good high up. When people shoot high on him, he does really well. When you shoot low on him, not so much, so I'm not going to upgrade those. Speed, he's not even that fast. Same with agility, he's not that fast. He's fast, but like the way I look at Price, not even consistent. The way I look at Price, he's consistent in the playoffs, obviously, but not in the regular season. So the way I look at Price, he's got a good poke check. He's really good glove high, stick high. He's got okay endurance. He's really good on breakaways, very good on breakaways, one of the best. Rebound control is okay. Depends on the night, so I'll give him a 90. Recover, poise, yeah, poise is definitely up there. Passing has to be up there for sure. His angles are pretty solid. That's the best part about his game. His angles and his passing His puck playing frequency is pretty high right now. Getting like an 88. Vision is really good too. If you take away his eyes, he's not as good. So obviously vision, he's really good at it. Durability, yeah, it makes sense to be low. So rebound control, I'm going to downgrade to like an 88. Endurance, I'm going to downgrade as well to like an 86. Poke check down to a 90. Agility and speed down to like an 86. I think 5-hole downgrade to like an 88. Stick low as well to an 88. There we go. I think 90 overall for Carey Price is quite fair. But if you look at his individual stats, the way I'm sorry, but Carey Price has faced the most high quality shots I think in the league in the playoffs this year, like in literally a game alone. But I think his reflexes, and I wish they would define it a bit better in terms of positioning. I wish they had a positioning stat, because which is basically angles, I guess. But I wish they had like a positioning category. Carey Price is one of the best positional goalies in the league. If you take away his eyes, he is not as good. He's still very good, but he's not as good. He's not the Carey Price you're used to seeing. If he can see everything, which he could against Winnipeg, and at the end he could against Vegas. When he was at his best against Vegas, he could see. He could see the puck. That's why the Habs were playing a bit of different defense against Vegas, because they had to adapt. But when he can see the puck, he's the best goalie. When he can't, well, when you can't see a puck, you can't save it, right? You just gotta hope your position, and his positioning is so good that it makes up for it sometimes. But every now and then you should get unlucky. You're just slightly off positioning, and it goes in. So I give him really good angles, give him really good glove high and stick high. Everything else I kind of left. His passing is good and his poise is good, but everything, and his breakaway, is really good too. So I gave him those. His agility and stuff, he's not the fastest goalie. He just knows where to be, right? So that's what I did for Carey Price. So hopefully, I wonder how that's going to simulate. I might have to change his overalls after, but we'll see how it simulates for him. But now let's look at the players. And so after the regular season, I said, man, Jeff Petrie was really, really good. He deserved an upgrade. And then he went and disappeared in the playoffs. I mean, he is playing through a broken hand, so I'm not really going to change his overall with that. Or no, sorry, sprained fingers. Sprained fingers. No, wait. Even worse, dislocated fingers. So I'm not going to judge him too hard on that. He's still 6 points, 19 games, only -2. That's not so bad. Shea Weber's been pretty good, actually. I think I'm going to upgrade Shea Weber. I'm going to put him as a defensive defenseman, though. He's not... I guess he's a two-way. He can have some offense to him when he doesn't have a broken hand. He's the one with the broken hand. There we go. He's the one with the broken hand. So upgrade speed slightly, but his body checking is going to be upgraded. His puck control is okay, and his passing is like okay. He plays a lot of minutes, so I'll upgrade his endurance a little bit. His slap shot accuracy still sucks. I'm sorry. I'll give him 99 slap shot power, but he can't hit the net, bro. I'm sorry. He just can't. Wrist shot accuracy, he actually hits the net when he takes them. They're not that hard, though, so like I'll give him like an 85. Agility, but I'll upgrade accuracy. Yeah, that's fair. I'll upgrade it slightly. Balance. Sure, he's pretty solid. Durability, he actually has been pretty healthy with Montreal. Lately, at least. So I'm going to give him that a little bit. Deking as well. He's not that bad. Aggressiveness, he's very aggressive. He's very good in the playoffs, seems like. So I'm going to give him that. Hand-eye, I don't really know. I'll give him like an 80. Shot blocking, he's a beast. Then defensive awareness, I'll give him that. But 89 is really high. That's kind of stupid. Hang on. I'm not going to make him broken. I think 87 is quite fair for how he's played. I think 87 is quite fair. If you watch the games, he actually looks decently solid now. I guess playoff hockey is just more suited for his style. It's slower. It's a bit slower at times. Maybe not against Tampa, but throughout the playoffs it was a bit slower. Tyler Toffoli, 14 points, 21 games. I think 86 is quite fair. Nick Suzuki, I don't know how I don't make him an 87 at this point. And the reason why Shea Weber's overall is so high is because it's all his strength. It's all his physical. I'm going to make Suzuki medium elite. I don't know why I had him as a high top 6. I think he's a medium elite. He'd actually take a hit, so I'm going to make him body checking pretty high. Speed, he's not the fastest, so I'll give him like an 89. Endurance, he plays a lot of minutes. Puck control, he's very good, and passing, he's very good. Slap shot power, not crazy. His accuracy is pretty good. His shot's actually not bad. I'll give him a good shot. That's fine. Face-offs, he's improved throughout the playoffs, so I'll give him a 75. Like, he's improved as the playoffs gone on. Deking, I'll give him like a 91. He's not very aggressive. Hand-eye is very good. Poise. I mean, poise, yeah, he's very poised. And he's pretty reliable defensively. So I'll give him that. I think 88 for Nick Suzuki is quite fair. I don't think anybody's going to be fighting me on that. Maybe it's a little high, but most of his stats come out of his senses. Like, look at his senses and his puck skills. His shooting might be a little high. I might have to lower that a bit. But, like, you can't tell me that doesn't reflect how he plays. Tied to Foley. And he has been the best player on our team, other than Carey Price, obviously. Brendan Gallagher's playing through injury, but he's looked good, so I'm going to leave him at that. Thomas Tatar, I can't judge. Like, I don't know what to judge him on. He hasn't played bad when he's in. He looks like a good player. They're just not using him. I don't know how to explain it. I think Thomas Tatar, if he goes to any other team next year, he's not going to re-sign here. I already know that. He's going to do well on whatever team he goes to. So I'm going to leave him at that. Josh Anderson, skating and physical. Yeah, like I don't know how to change him. I don't think I will. I think he looks pretty solid the way he is. That does not look like Josh Anderson, though. What the hell? So Josh Anderson, we'll leave him like that. He's scored some pretty big goals, but he also disappears for a while, too. Jonathan Drouin, once again, I'm not going to judge him. He hasn't played since I don't even know when. Kotkaniemi. CAUFIELD at 82 is going to be upgraded a little bit. He has 12 points in 19 games. That's quite impressive. So I'm going to upgrade that a little bit. His speed's good. Body checking, like 80. He can actually take a hit. He's a small guy who can take a hit for whatever reason. His wrist shot's very good. His slap shot power is not super high. But I think 84 is quite fair for Cole CAUFIELD. I think 84 is quite fair. So we'll leave him like that. Josh Anderson, that's good. Drouin, Dano needs an upgrade. I know he doesn't have a lot of points, but hear me out. He has been the best defensive player in these playoffs by far. By far. Body checking, nothing crazy. Speed, not like he's average at everything offensively, if not below average offensively. But poise, I'm gonna upgrade that. But if you look at his shot blocking, his offensive awareness is okay, but his defensive awareness is unreal. Fighting skill, he doesn't fight. This man doesn't fight. And then his stick checking. Like, he's just so smart defensively. I don't know how to explain it. So I think 85 is quite fair for Philip Deno. And if you look at his stats, I'll show you his stats again. If you look at his advanced stats, all defense. His shooting, his senses, his puck skills, his skating even are all average. His physical is even average. But his defense is unreal. Like, that's literally who he is, though. Like, if you watch how he plays, he's just a defensive guy. He just plays defense as a forward. All right, so that's good. Kotkaniemi, I'm gonna upgrade slightly. Corey Perry's tempting to upgrade as well, but Kotkaniemi scored some pretty big goals for us. I don't know why we're scratching him right now. I don't get it. He's got good body checking too. His puck control is getting better. Like, he looks like a much better player than he did even last year. So we'll give him that. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna upgrade his poise a little bit too, but nothing too crazy. He's not a stud yet. He's not a superstar yet, but he's a good third line. I'd say about third line center. He's a good third line center now. CHIAROT needs an upgrade. This man has been a defensive hero these playoffs. So medium 4. Speed, he's not that fast. Body checking, he's very physical. He's got good endurance. He just plays the whole game. Puck control, he's actually not even as bad as you think he is. Slapshot, he actually hits the net more than Weber, but not enough to make it worth it. He's got a good shot, though. Wrist shot, does not hit the net enough. Agility, strength, yeah, sure. Acceleration. I'm just trying to make him a good defensive player. Deking is 60. Holy shit. I mean, he plays in the NHL. He shouldn't be that bad at deking. Yeah, he's very aggressive. Poise, I'm going to upgrade because he's had a good playoff run. Shot blocking, he's very good at that. Hand-eye, I mean, dude, if he blocks all these shots, he has decent hand-eye. Offensive awareness, he's like an 83. I think that's quite fair. Yeah. I think this is quite a fair overall for Benny CHIAROT here. Montreal has been surviving on their top 4 defensemen. Those guys eat up a lot of minutes. It's not even close. So CHIAROT, Petrie, Weber, and Edmondson. I might even upgrade Edmondson, but I'm going to leave him as is for now. Like Edmondson plays 23, 27 a night. Weber plays 25, 16 a night. Petrie plays 24, 06 a night. And then Ben CHIAROT doesn't have a lot of points, but he plays 25, 20 a night. Like, they play a lot of minutes, these guys. Corey Perry, I think 81 is perfectly fair. Armia, 80. I gotta upgrade Armia's hands, bro. He's... and his defensive skills. So, speed, he's not crazy. Body checking, he's good. Endurance, this guy can control a puck like it's on a string. If you ever watched Joel Armia play, you'll know what I mean. If you don't, well, you're missing out, my friend. He's just such a fun player to watch, but he just, like, he has all the talent to be, like, a super good player. He just, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like, he just, I don't know how to explain it. He's a very good player. That's a little high. I think I'm a little high on him right now. Gotta turn that down a bit. Upgrade his defensive awareness. 84 seems a little upgraded. Too upgraded. But if you watch the way he plays, you know what I'm talking about. There you go. 83. I think that's quite fair for Joel Armia. Attributes, I want to upgrade his potential to medium 6. Honestly, I think if Seattle were to take this guy, they'd be very happy with who they got. Alright, so that's going to do it for Montreal. Let's move on to another team, shall we? How long have I been on the stream? 27 minutes. How my audio is working? It'd be really sad if my my audio isn't working this whole time. That'd be so embarrassing if my audio was not working this whole time. I'm sure it was. Right? Oh no, it's... Oh, I did it. Okay. System... Let me just make sure my audio is working. Oh, I did it. Okay, perfect. It's working. Just want to make sure. Alright. So that's good for Montreal. Nashville, they made the playoffs. I think these overalls are all quite fair. Like, unless I'm missing something, I think these overalls are quite fair. Unless I'm missing something drastic. New Jersey, Islanders. Ooh, okay, the Islanders are interesting because I made them all really solid players, but nothing crazy. But then if you look at the way they played these playoffs, they were all really good. They didn't have a lot of points, but they won games. And so that's why, I don't know, I kind of want to leave them as is. I think they're pretty good. I will upgrade Ryan PULOCK and, what's his name, PELECH, Adam PELECH. Make them a bit better. Defensively, at least. If that makes sense. Because those guys, I watched a few Islanders games, and they are, like, they're basically Weber and CHIAROT for the Canadians, but a bit better. Because they're younger, right? Well, CHIAROT's pretty good on par with them, I think, but I think they're a bit better than CHIAROT. Obviously. Because they're good players. So upgrade their defensive ability. So 88 overall for Ryan PULOCK, I think, is quite fair. And if you look at his stats, I'm going to show you his stats again. Don't worry. You look at his stats. I didn't make him an offensive genius. I made him very good defensively, very good physically. It boosts his overall, I know, but that's just because of his defensive awareness. So I think that's quite fair. And then where's Adam PELECH? I hope PULOCK, yeah, Ryan PULOCK's a two-way defender, so he can still play with Adam PELECH. I'm going to upgrade Adam PELECH pretty similarly as well. They're both, I find they're pretty similar players. So they complement each other very well. Okay, defensively, like, I'll give him a better hand-eye than that, at least. I think PULOCK's the better of the two, but Adam PELECH, 86 overall, well deserved. But I'm going to leave it like that. I think that's a very good assessment of their team. Looking at their goaltending, Ilya Sorokin and Varlamov both had pretty good playoffs, I'm pretty sure. I'll look at it right now. New York Islanders. Good stats. Yeah, so if you look at it, Semyon Varlamov had a 922 and Sorokin had a 922. Varlamov played more games, though, so I'm going to leave Varlamov as the higher overall goalie. All right, next up is the Pittsburgh Penguins. Tristan Jarry. I don't even know what to say about it. Like, he was just so, like, he's the reason why they lost. Let's be honest. Pittsburgh was a good team. He had an 888, man. I'm not going to lower his overalls because he had a very good regular season, but let's just put that down to a 70. You're just not a playoff goalie right now. Let's look at his career stats. Open link in new tab. Let's look at his career playoff stats. He had a 952 in one game last year. Not a big enough sample size. This year, just awful. Just awful. So there you go. You can work on it, my guy. But for now, that's what you get. Crosby, Malkin, Gensel, Letang. I think those are all quite good. McCann, Kapanen. Like, yeah, I can't debate these overalls, man. These are all solid. Like, Pittsburgh was a good team in the playoffs. Chris Letang had a point per game. Carter was really good. That's why he's an 83. Really good poise. Yeah, I don't know how I can upgrade them even more. Like, I think these are quite fair. So let's move on. St. Louis. They just got beat by a good team. I'm gonna leave their overalls as is, but yeah. Tampa Bay, Kucherov, Point, Hedman, Stammer. I'm upgrading Hedman, Kucherov. I'm upgrading these guys. Like, there's no other way to look at it. If you look at Tampa Bay, they were just so good. Like, look at Kucherov. Bro, he has an assist per game, and he's still a sniper. Like, that's crazy, man. Medium franchise easily. Insane puck control, insane shooting. Like, this guy can do it all, man. 94 overall. Yeah, enjoy that, Tampa Bay. Brayden Point, 14 goals, 9 assists, 23 points in 22 games. That's an upgrade for sure. Medium franchise as well. Good body checking because he can take a hit too. Passing is just really good. His shooting's solid. Like, I wouldn't say it's the best in the league, so I'm gonna make it like around that. And endurance, speed, yeah, 94 speed, agility, yep. This kid can play. This kid can play, let me tell you. That's good. 92 overall, Brayden Point. And he's still going to grow, too. He's medium franchise. He's going to grow a bit. He's only 24. Victor Hedman also gets an upgrade. He's got 18 points in 22 games. Dude, this team is just playing so well. I don't know how to explain it. Like, they're just so good. Like, they're a well-oiled machine, man. Like, I'm a Montreal fan. I got to tip my cap. I watched Tampa Bay play, man. They're so good. They're so good. Even watching the Islanders series, I could just tell, man. Tampa is just on another level, dude. Like, they're so good. It's not even fair. I wonder who they're going to lose to the expansion. Watch them take Tyler Johnson and just, yeah. I'll probably take Tyler Johnson. Steven Stamkos, 18 points in 22 games. You can't deny it, man. He's good. Why is he listed as a play? Did I put him as a playmaker? Did I put him as a playmaker? He's not really a center anymore either, is he? He plays. I guess when he plays right wing, left wing now, with Cirelli at center. Pretty sure he plays wing now. I'm gonna lower his speed. He's not as fast as he used to be. There we go. Steven Stamkos. He literally just stands in his spot, makes good passes, and takes good shots. That's all I can say. He's just that good of a player. McDonough, yeah. I want to upgrade Anthony Cirelli as well. He's a good two-way center. He's got really good speed, good puck control. I could be wrong about the lines. I'm not entirely sure about the lines, if I'm being honest. But I think this is quite fair for Anthony Cirelli, 85. There you go. Alex Killorn has 17 points in 19 games. This dude is he's just trucking it up there. I don't know what he's doing. He's not that fast. He's got good body. He's got really good puck control and passing, I guess. I don't know what he does super well. I think he's just a good player. He's just smart. He's very cerebral, if that makes sense. Upgrade his hand-eye. Upgrade his offensive awareness. Yeah, there you go. Power. Do I make him a power forward? Does he throw a lot of hits around? That's what I'm trying to figure out about him. Let's look at his stats. They don't have hits. They don't show hits. I'm gonna put Doesn't really. Why can't I find the number of hits he has? I guess they don't count it per player. I don't know. I see shots. I see overtime goals. I don't see hits though. So, I don't assume what kind of player he is. But I think he puts a lot of hits down, right? Like I think he's pretty. Is he a power forward though? I think. I'll put him as a power forward, and if anybody wants to let me know, feel free to do so. Oh, did I get a notification from work? Yeah, I did. Let me just... That's right, will do. Alright, so... Looking at the stats, so that's good for Alex Killorn. Let's move on. I think these are pretty good stats for everybody on Tampa Bay. Toronto. I don't know what to do because we were so good the regular season. And they played well in the playoffs. Like I thought Mitch Marner and Matthews looked really dangerous. I think they just got robbed by Price so many times. You gotta earn that poise, man. You guys gotta earn that poise. You gotta earn that poise. And then this guy too. You gotta earn that poise stat, guys. Oh my god. What the hell, dude? It's still my lunch break, though. I took a late lunch. Started at 1. Took a late lunch because I want to get more work done in the morning. I'm more productive in the morning sometimes. Goalies. Nah, I can't lower. Can I lower him though? Like he was injured. I'm gonna lower him a bit because he didn't look that good before. But I'm pretty sure he was playing through injury though. Holy shit, bro! He just wrote yeah. Oh well. Alright, so that's good for Toronto. I'm not going to lower their stats too much. I just lowered their poise. I'll let them figure it out. Vancouver didn't make the playoffs. Vegas. Okay, there's 3 teams left. So Vegas, they made it very far in the playoffs. Mark Stone, Pietrangelo, Theodore, those were all very good players. Pacioretty as well. Marchessault, Stevenson, Tuck. I don't know if I consider you a two-way forward though. I don't know if I do. Carlson, yeah, these guys are all good. Oh, actually, one more thing I want to do on Minnesota. I wanted to check something. I added his contract. I wanted to make Eriksson a two-way forward because he was 4th in Selke voting this year, and I didn't even know that. Didn't even know that until I found out. So two-way forward. Congratulations, Joel Eriksson Ek. So let's upgrade his defense because I'm gonna be honest. I don't watch a large amount of Wild games. I'm being 100% honest with you guys. I think they're a cool team. I watch their highlights, but you wouldn't notice defensive stuff in the highlights as much as you would if you were watching it live. Like with Phil, I know you won't see him in the highlights for defensive stuff. You just see it in the game. So there you go. I upgraded Eriksson Ek's defense to make it a 5-star. So good for him. 4th in Selke voting. Very impressive. So Vegas, I don't think I really want to change any of their overalls goaltending wise. I'm gonna lower Fleury a bit. It's a bit too high for me. I think 90 overall is perfect. He's still a very good goalie. But I think 90 overall is perfect. Washington. Yo, look how many 80 overall goalies they have. What the hell? That was sketch as hell. There you go. Close that. Let's get the notification. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. So Ovi, Backstrom, Carlson. I think this is quite fair for their overalls. I'm not going to lower anybody too much. They weren't a powerhouse in the regular season. They weren't good in the playoffs. That's fine. Winnipeg Jets. I don't like Shifley anymore. Thank God I did this series with them before he got his extension, before he got my MVP vote, because he wouldn't be getting it anymore. I would have traded him had I been doing it afterwards. So I think they're fair too. Connor Hellebuyck's a very good goalie. They did not lose because of him. They lost because of this guy. Because he just didn't play. So Pierre Dubois in 83. Yeah, he seemed kind of out of it this year. I think that's fair. So we'll see going forward. But I think that's good for the roster editing. I updated the Nugent Hopkins contract and the Eriksson Ek contract already before. But that's going to do it for this episode, for those of you on YouTube, of the roster editing series. And it's going to do it for the stream for those of you on Twitch. Sadly, it went a bit longer than I thought it would. I won't have enough time to do a Columbus Blue Jackets series during my lunch break today. I'll do my best to do one tomorrow. I'll do my best. I'm not making any promises, but I hope you guys enjoyed the roster editing video. I upgraded a few players, went through the playoff stats, figured out who was maybe good, who was not as good. The Tampa Bay Lightning are going to be unreal in this series. The next series we do, at least in terms of simulation. At least hopefully they will be, because they're a very good team in real life. So, imagine still making the playoffs despite not having Kucherov in your lineup, right? That's still something that's pretty impressive. It's a little unfair that they got to use him in the playoffs despite not using him in the regular season. But I mean, if let's say you were the player, you'd want to play, right? So it's one of those things. And would the Montreal Canadiens be allowed to use Cole Caulfield if they barely use him in the regular season, but then they use him in the playoffs, right? It's the same. I mean, not same thing, because I'm not comparing Cole Caulfield and Nikita Kucherov in terms of talent, at least not yet. But it's the same idea, same concept, though, right? Anyway, and plus, no one would be complaining. Let's say it was the Lucic contract, and they just benched him the whole season as LTIR, and then he came in for the playoffs, and they were over the cap with Lucic in. But I mean, no one would complain because it's Lucic. He makes a bit of a difference, but he's not Kucherov level difference, putting up 32 points in 20-something games. You know what I mean? So it's tough to look at this one case and say, oh, they broke the rules, when if the results were different, no one would be complaining. You know? Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. As always, and if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button. I post every day at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be posting both Minecraft and NHL going forward. I'll try to start alternating the days, so one day I'll post NHL, the next day I'll post Minecraft. I'm going to try to start doing that. I do have a lot of Minecraft videos on backlog, though, so you'll probably see a bit more Minecraft in the coming days, or you will have already seen it, depending when this gets uploaded. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about what you think of the Minecraft series, what you think of this series, of the roster editing that I've been doing. This is probably going to be the final part, if not the before last part of it, because I think we're pretty much up to date And there's not really a point in making any changes in the summer and to the overalls because no one's going to be playing, right? Like no matter what happens in the last couple games or last game or couple games, depending how far it goes in the Montreal series. As I'm recording this, game 5 is tonight. No matter what happens, it's not going to change my perspective on the overall changes that I just made, right? But anyway, let me know what you guys think. If you have any suggestions for the overalls that I did, and if you think I should change something, let me know. I'm definitely open to it. So this will be this will be the before last video. And if anyone has any suggestions, I know Iconic had quite a few. While I was playing Minecraft, he was asking me to do some roster changes. But if anyone has any suggestions for players I should edit that you saw in the rosters, or maybe if you didn't see them but you're not sure if I changed it or not, let me know. I'm always open to change, and I'm always open to suggestions. So, all right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Appreciate all the support, and I'll see you again soon. All right, peace.